By the time you get to the end of the video, you're going to learn how to stop dying in Doom Eternal, console or PC. These are things that I use personally. This is Void's gameplay here. I see he's using Destroyer Blade on these Pain Elementals. I'd recommend Arbalist. He's not really swapping out a lot because you see he's leaving himself wide open for those lost soul shots. This is one time when you can use Arbalist and PB quick switching for that encounter in particular, but didn't really focus and defend himself a lot there. However, you could use the shield there to save your life. If you're falling, shields do give you damage. But let's look at the big picture of things here, right? He's going to come up on a couple of Cacodemons here, and the first thing I want to call out is situational awareness. Focused in super hard on that Caco, right? You're really trying to get that shot in his mouth. That's fine, but it's going to come back to bite him here in just a second. Watch very carefully. The hazards are getting him. But here's where the problem comes up. Off to his left in my headphone, I heard that Cacodemon coming. Now, it was a little tricky to hear. That's why it's important to, if you can, to wear headphones. Really get yourself focused in on what you're playing. He spent too much time working on that one directly in front of him, as we go back to the footage, leaving the one on the left to get him. You can't, and PB on the Cacodemons isn't really the thing that I would do there. So, you see the precision bolt. When you get such late game like this, you don't really need to focus on getting rid of the weak points as much. I would not have gone for the mecha first. If you're going to sit there, that Mancubus has to be your first priority. Good frag grenade, a little bit off. You missed the frag grenade there, using the meat hook to go up and around the enemy instead of just directly to them. When it comes to the Revenant, just use lock-on burst here. Don't worry about taking those weak points. You have such a powerful arsenal at the end of the game, you don't really have to worry about it. But he's got a good idea going there. Kind of the modern-day circle strafing, right? But there's so much going on here. The PB, you really have to hit the enemy directly. There's some rocket launcher usage. I would do the lock-on. Barons and Tyrants have a 30% resistance. That's okay. You know, lock-on's still so powerful, it doesn't really matter. So he's doing this here. He's on Nightmare difficulty, remember. I would like to see maybe, I don't know, I'm saying a little quick switching, but you don't have to quick. I don't really quick switch that much on console because I suck at it. But he grabs this here. I would say this is good what he's doing, but that Arbalist would do really well. Just a couple of them. And he cuts them out. I would like to see possibly, he's doing good movement. I haven't seen really Ice Bomb yet. No Ice Bomb. Maybe he's holding on the Crucible BFG and Whiplash behind him. So one thing that you can do when you get those haste power-ups, you get in this mode to where you're like, I gotta go fast, I gotta use all my ammo, and your focus becomes more on dealing out damage, good chainsaw on the Whiplash, than keeping yourself alive. So in this case, Ice Bomb would be perfect for the Doom Hunter, Heat Blast to falter, Frag to falter, and he hadn't faltered. He doesn't have a Blood Punch, so we can't go on there. I've seen a lot of Destroyer Blade usage, which is fine, just gotta make sure you set it up right is all. Not a lot of, he's using a little bit, maybe a little bit of rocket launcher would have been there. One rocket for a Doom Hunter is great news. Going a little bit closer on that Prowler, and then you'll have him one shot with the SSG. Let's go to the next arena. This is actually an interesting one. I peeped it a little bit. So he's going to go to the secret encounter here, and watch what happens. Okay, so he goes to the Mancubus. Doesn't have the chainsaw for it. Gets tripped up there and starts to freak out a little bit. Watch, ready? Oh no! So if you're going to go to Cyber Mancubus, you want to have the falter in first. Do not just meat hook directly up to him. You can see the goo will get you right there. Begins to freak out. You can hear him click, click, click on the gun. Out of chainsaw. What do I do? What do I do? And he jumps down the hole. I'm not seeing any energy shield here. It's so powerful. I think more of that would help for sure. So he wants to go back up there. It's not possible. That's fine. Crucible and the Arachnotron's a little bit wasteful, but when you get low health like that, you begin to freak out. And the most important thing is keeping your situational awareness up. Good job spotting the Dread Knight, getting him lock on. GK for the health, maybe flame if you want to. But make sure you keep your cool, and that comes with practice and time to where you don't freak out and just lose it all. Just a little bit close with the rockets. Now, the Archvile is in play. You got to focus on the Archvile. You saw he started working on him. Perfect time for freeze. You really got to use that Ice Bomb. Okay, at this time, you need to go restack. You're probably not going to kill the Archvile quick enough. He's pretty strong health. Go out. Try to get something new. Use the BFG across the arena. Crucible the Archvile Ice Bomb. And lost it right there. So I'm actually going to play these two arenas now and go over what I think he should have done and maybe try to give an example for each of these. Okay, so let's start with this section. I already did the secret encounter on this file, so I kind of can't do that. Watch out for the fire. It'll screw you up. Find the Cacodemon. Get him a long-range Arbalist, and you're fine. Oh, there's another one. See, I almost messed up there. Sticky Bomb him. I have Dazed and Confused on. That buys me just a little bit of extra time, so I can knock him out. The biggest thing I'm being aware of is my surroundings. I know when that fire's coming, trying to watch it, listening for the Cacodemons, trying to see where they are. See, there's the one that spawns right there. you can't get too focused on one enemy that you ignore the rest, and that's a really big thing that you run into. You can do an ice bomb at the start if you're going to do a D-blade here, but honestly, I would just maybe even ignore that Mancubus. So let's run around the arena here, see what we have going on. We have a Revenant over on that end. We have a lot of fodder coming around. Use the meat hook to run around the arena, console or PC, and find your targets. Target prioritization is so key in this game, knowing who to go after, what, and when. I know that Revenants die to a lock-on burst, so I'm going to go over here, not worry about his weak points, knock him out with a lock-on. So this will bring more enemies in our way, and keep in mind, as I'm going around the arena, I'm trying to restack, especially with the meat hook. I'm actually just doing a little bit of survival here just to show you. Now we have the Baron in play. So what can we do here? We can do Ice Bomb, we can do PBSSG. I'm not going to quick switch and show you here just to show that it's possible. So the Baron's going to run after me. I miss my Ice Bomb. Do I freak out? What do I do? Well, I can pull up my shield. I can dash into him, Blood Punch. I can run away. Biggest thing is a lock-on burst for sure. Throwing down frag grenades too. Going in for the GK. So you see how I missed my Ice Bomb and I kept my cool. I'm like, okay, it's not over yet. That's fine. So let's do what Void did up here and see if this works. Lock on is amazing for having the overdrive. But remember, I'm keeping my focus in on the Pain Elemental. Remember, I'm also watching everything else happen. I'm trying not to die. Oh no, I'm taking hits. See, I'm also trying to use my Ice Bomb. The Doom Hunter, you can freeze him. You can go up to him, punch him, blood punch him. You can also do a frag grenade defaulter. Or you can do a heat blast. There's a lot of different options here. And keeping in mind, remember, I'm running low. I'm trying to restack. I'm taking hits. What do I do? Look at that. Oh, look at that. 121 armor. That was nice. And I'm still finding more out here. There's so much fodder in this arena that even if you can take a bunch of hits, there's a little armor over here. There's everything. Okay, so let's do the lock-on burst here. Shield if we need to. Got to keep moving. Always watch it. See, I didn't watch my back there. Prowlers are awful about that. Do a little chainsaw. Okay, so let's go in this arena and we'll go to the next one. Remember, I have my Ice Bomb back if I need it. Jump little circles like that. Whiplash. Don't be reliant on one weapon too much, but still at the same time, just know what you're working with. A lot of times you want to send a BFG across. We're not going to do that here. We're just going to think, okay, we have an Arachnotron in the middle, right? What's he doing? What can we get rid of him with? Of course, we can do lock-on, but we can also do PBSSG. Make sure we knock him out. Okay, so we're coming up the sides. Carcass jump right in front of me. Quick reaction with the super shotgun. That Dread Knight's right there. What are we going to do? He's coming up here. He's the biggest target right now. We will save our Ice Bomb for him. We'll do, we'll not do a lock-on. We'll just do a couple shots this way. So watching everything else around me. What is he doing? He's jumping. There's a lot of fodder here, so you really have a good opportunity for Flame Belch. But at the same time, you want to watch everything around you. Chainsaw. Use your blood punches to get out of situations like that. So really this part, now that we've gotten rid of everything else, the Dread Knight's, he's just like, well, I'll do a lock-on. I lied. All right, so let's do the Archvile. Let's see what happens with the Archvile. He's either going to spawn on the sides, up to the top. Actually, it's the Revenant first. And the Archvile's down below. We don't have an Ice Bomb. What do we want to do? Stay away from him. We can use frags. I'm telling you, lock-on's good until they run away from you. If you want to do Ballista, you can. Just keep strafing off of that fire. See how I'm aware where he's coming from and what he's going to do? And I'm just watching out for him. And I'm not freaking out if something happens. See? Back. So you really should be dead by this point. And then we come to the Marauder. It's all about awareness of the battlefield, where you're at. Let's see if this works. Nah, missed him. And I'm watching here. We have our fodder. I'm going to restack on that. I'm keeping mind of everything. I have my shield if I need to. But I'm just trying to survive and watch the areas around me. And that is all. Be sure to watch out the Doom Eternal Combat Analysis here. It's got so many tips and things. You got to see it. I am Alston. Thank you for watching.